That one.
Oh, okay.
So Broken Arrow teaming back up Christian Slater and Samantha Mathis from Pump Up the Volume.
Oh, that's
which
right.
was in my year from 1980s. Boom.
Son of a bitch.
Callback.
Just lending greatness.
Son of a bitch.
Great callback.
Thank you.
So yeah, 96 is, in my opinion, there's a lot more I have to go over.
Sure,
here.
of course.
You guys will see, but
We're going to round robin around a little bit here. So we'll have Brock start, and I don't know how you want to start, but whatever you're going to start is how we're going to play off of it. So,
the rival movies.
With these, there's not in 91, there wasn't really a lot of themed movies where a lot of different movies came out that were the same, maybe like war movies or anything like that. There wasn't a lot of those.
And that's okay.
So there was a lot of good movies that came out. I'm really going to kind of start off with
Cool as Ice.
No, not that one. Damn. A really one that we've already done a podcast on, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. We can kind of leave that one alone. Check
out the archives.
yeah,
Yes.
dude, it's all it's coming together, man.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
I love that
came
movie.
out this year. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll start with a little bit of action for it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get into some action.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, Showdown on Little Tokyo, and Out for Justice. Those three.
Out for Justice.
Yeah, that was like my favorite Seagal movie.
That was my favorite Seagal movie as well.
Isn't that the one they watch in Step Brothers?
I don't know.
Where he breaks his arm?
They're
like,
It's the one with
He breaks everybody's arms in every movie.
Out for Justice was a good one. And Marked for Death, I think, was my favorite.
Out for Justice is whenever he's a Brooklynite or whatnot.
So was Above the Law, right?
Yeah. Well,
Is that where he goes into the convenience store and he's like, you should close early or something?
Oh, I think so, because William Forsythe was in it, and William Forsythe was a dirty son of a bitch in that movie. Is sick. Yeah. And then like he had the pull stick fight and shit like that.
This was back when Seagal was like in shape and stuff.
Oh,
though.
Yeah. He
There's only like a 4-movie arc where he was actually in shape.
Well,
100%, dude.
Yeah. And it ended whenever he teamed up with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Under Siege 2. I like that one.
I never saw that one.
Oh, fuck you.
Under Siege was probably the last good one. It was Above the Law, Out for Justice, Marked for Death, Under Siege, and then after that it fell off because it went on to like Deadly Ground, things like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he would always have a really cool gun. That was his thing.
I'm gonna have to
or a
defer
sword or something.
to you on this one.
Made that shitty movie with Damon Wayans where Damon Wayans was funny.
Oh no! I've seen that one. No, with GMX.
Oh no, that's different. But yeah, I like the only thing good about that. I actually like DMX's version of Ain't No Sunshine from that soundtrack.
Yeah.
A little Bill Withers for you.
Nice. Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man.
That's a great movie.
I love
That's a
that
good
movie.
one. Yep.
I can watch that movie a lot. It's a movie for guys.
That's Don Johnson.
It's weird because it's like set in the future. Some weird. It is. I guarantee you it is.
I've never noticed that about that movie.
It looks a little bit more technologically advanced for some reason. I don't know. I think it's like a little bit
weird.
A couple of years in the future or something.
I never noticed that, but I mean, I've only seen it maybe 3 or 4 times in my life.
Give that a watch again.
50 times. It's I don't know. It's just strange. And that one, and then of course Showdown in Little Tokyo, which was one of Brandon Lee's movies. Before he passed, and that was when Brandon Lee was a badass at karate, or Jeet Kune Do.
Right.
But yet Dolph Lundgren was the lead.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. And he was the kung fu dude in that one.
Yeah, but Dolph Lundgren was a name at the time,
at that
and
point,
that's all it was.
He
You're
could
just
actually
selling.
speak pretty good at that point too.
Yeah.
Like he can now.
And yet, that guy has like 3 PhDs.
Yeah,
he's a
dude's a badass.
chemical engineer.
Really?
Yeah. Dolph Lundgren.
He's like legit. Like he does lecture tours and shit.
Yeah, he's real smart.
Have you ever seen the It's Always Sunny? Because It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I love that show.
Oh well, the newer episode. It was the Dolph Lundgren was in the show within the show, Thunder Gun.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? The movie they go to,
Gun.
and it was like they were the focus group, and they were saying why is it rated PG-13? Why isn't there no Dolph Lundgren dong? You know, he always shows dong in all the movies. So every time you say Dolph Lundgren, I think The Punisher, and then I think dong.
All right.
Same way I feel about Batman.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to your year.
Okay, so I'll play off that a little bit. So I'm gonna name one big movie because it's a tie-in to what you just said. That would be The Crow.
Okay. Yeah.
Brandon Lee.
Great movie.
And not necessarily. I guess that's an action movie. That's what I would call it.
Fire it up.
Yeah.
Fire it up.
This is like one of my favorite movies of all time. And I like the original, like the graphic novels and the comics were all great. And that was actually something I was into before there was a movie. So that was kind of cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
And it wasn't like a well-known thing. It's not like a bunch of
it
people-
wasn't like a mainline.
Not out in Midwest anyway. You know what I mean?
But it wasn't by a main
but it was
publisher.
but it was close to me.
Yeah.
So then when it became popular and all these really awesome people got involved with it, I was in 100%.
Yeah, dude.
So that'll kind of kick off 94 here. But if we're going just some action, well, let me tell you, my friend.
The 90s was an action decade.
This is, and then I would say that this is not the most action-packed year.
Dude.
Now, however,
There is
a lot
one-
of the movies that are in here have a lot of action in them.
There better be one you're going to mention.
Well, I don't know if it'll be this time around, but there will be. But I'm going to start with Time Cop. Staying off the Jean-Claude Van Damme since we were talking about some Steven Seagal.
The muscles from Brussels.
That's
baby.
right. He had his, complimentary,
had the
non-negotiable split move.
Yeah.
When he was about to be electrocuted.
Why did he
I
just
actually like this movie quite a bit.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like,
They made a second one for like sci-fi or something, and it had it had the guy that played Bruce Lee in The Dragon.
Yeah, is like Jason Lee or
Jason
something.
Scott Lee.
Jason Scott Lee.
there you go. Yeah. This
He
one
was
was cool.
in it. It
though.
wasn't bad. Actually, even
finale.
the second
Great
one wasn't bad.
idea.
For me to actually say that about a sequel is unheard of.
Oh, really?
Well, they had a great
But no,
idea
Time
with
Cop was
that
good.
Time Cop movie. And
It starts out in the Old West, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
and I
what's
saw
going
this
on?
in the theater.
It's
as well.
raining in the Old West, right?
And he's just standing in the middle of the trail as the stagecoach is coming. That was the best opening.
It's so much
That
similar.
sucked me into the movie right away
Yeah.
because then all of a sudden now we're in modern times. I'm like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? It is called Time Cop.
Yeah.
The end sequence is cool too. The finale. And
Yeah.
stuff. So, yeah.
But I would say if we want to go with Seagal, the beginning of the downfall was On Deadly Ground. That came out this year.
Where you had the shotgun machine gun.
Yes. But probably the biggest of the action movies would have been True Lies,
Okay. Yeah.
which was a pretty big action movie.
Yep.
And you had the Schwarzenegger.
Was that a Christmas movie? Was that set at Christmas
No,
time
it's
too?
not set at Christmas.
No, it's not.
No. 'Cause it opens in I used to watch this movie so many times as a child. First of all, Jamie Lee Curtis in her underwear. Bam. Cool. Awesome. Secondly, what you're talking about is it opens when he comes out of the water and in the winter. at a party.
But wasn't it Christmas time when they were shopping
No.
at the National Mall or some shit like that?
Oh,
I've seen this. I saw this movie in the theater too.
Yeah,
so
me too.
you can tell what I was doing this year. I was
Watching
in the
movies,
theaters.
yeah.
So, I wonder why I picked this year.
Yeah, 91. I did the same thing. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I watched it in the theater, and I think I've maybe seen like pieces of it on video since then. But I've never really sat down and watched it.
Oh my
again.
God.
And Elijah Dushku was in there.
that might be her film debut,
Might
Eliza
have been,
Dushku.
yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but you could look that up.
I can
Elijah
actually tell you right
Dushku.
now because
Dude, I love the bathroom. You're talking about the mall when they go shopping.
Yeah,
that was not her first role.
Okay,
That was her debut.
when he rides the horse, like,
Yeah, I know.
through the fucking thing.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in the fucking elevator with the horse.
Yeah.
and the old couple's in there. I mean, there was a lot of really cool like scenes.
Dude,
in
James
this movie.
Cameron, come on, man.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
It was. I enjoyed watching it in the theater,
and
I
Tom
just didn't
Arnold was
feel
pretty
like I
good in
needed
that movie
Yeah,
too.
he
watch it
was.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Harry, let's go. Anyway, the bridge sequence was really, really cool too, and that has a callback to Mission Impossible 3, which came out in 2006.
Yeah.
See that.
Well, they
From
filmed
JJ.
that down in South Florida, of course. I remember going down there, and everybody was like, "Oh, you remember True Lies? They did that on 7 Mile Bridge." I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
that
"All right,
7 Mile
cool."
Bridge, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
that's kind of a start to the action.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Tyson.
Tyson, what
Well,
do you
there's
got?
one from 94 I'm waiting. I'm not going to say, but I'm just saying. You better...
Well, some of the movies have a lot of action in them, but I don't consider it an action movie. So that's probably where you're going, I would assume.
Well, this one... I'm just thinking of one from 94. We'll get there
Okay.
when we get
Okay.
there. If we're going action movies, though, what else came out in 96? The Rock,
Oh,
great
that
movie.
was the first of those
Connery
really
and
awesome.
Cage.
Michael Bay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Cage, who likes the Beatles, and he doesn't swear.
Good
Yeah.
Speed, right?
Goodspeed, yep.
Yeah.
Stanley Goodspeed.
He won't
That's right.
swear.
What a great name.
Yeah.
Stanley
So-
Goodspeed,
He's all
CIA.
Goodspeed.
Also, another emotional scene when they gun down all the guys in the bathroom.
Right.
That
Yeah.
makes me really kind of like,
That's a great movie. That's
Yeah.
that's one of those movies. If it's on, I watch it.
Yeah.
Ed Harris was awesome in that
He's
movie.
so good.
He was.
Everybody, even Bokeem Woodbine, was pretty good in that movie.
Yeah,
you know
dude,
what I
I
mean?
forgot
Everybody
about
was
him.
really good.
He was on Fargo.
John who's the John C. McGinley, I guess, the guy from Platoon and everything like that.
That is his name, yeah.
God dang, there was a lot of really good people
Maybe
in
it's
that
just
movie.
John McGinley. Is there a C in there? I don't remember.
Who knows? Okay.
Anyway, The Rock is cool. It's one of those first, Michael Bay. Is that maybe his first movie? I don't remember. What did he do before that? But, then Armageddon, then you got
Sure.
fucking, 10 years of Transformers or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then if we're going action here too, Star Trek First Contact. Probably one of the best ones.
It was a better one. It was a better one. It's better than my Star Trek movie.
I don't know. I think I've seen the Star Trek movie that's on my list.
Hey, we all got a Star Trek movie on here.
Do we really?
Yeah.
The Star Trek First Contact is probably one of the best ones from the Next Generation.
Yes,
is what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
This one has the Borg in it.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie. I can watch that Star Trek movie over
It's
and over
fun.
again.
Yeah, it's
for
fun.
real. And if I miss a part of it, I got to go back and watch it. I'm a Star Trek fan. Sorry.
I mean, I think you all
say-
should now talk about the Star Trek after his.
Yeah, I think we have to now.
I think I
Yeah.
have to. Yeah. What other movie you got?
Well,
He's like, that's the only action movie I have. No, get out of here.
the other one, I guess I'll go with. There was one I want to mention because about Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Hollyburr.
Yeah, Halle Berry. This was, I think, her first movie, if not close. Ooh, I'd have to look it up.
It's not her first movie because it was 91.
Yeah.
That was Jungle Fever.
Oh, right. The first one. Oh, I'm sorry. The first one she got paid like $1 million.
Oh, okay.
To be in the role.
Okay.
And it has Steven Seagal in it, and I love this movie for multiple reasons. It's called Executive Decision.
Oh, that's a
I
great
remember that
movie.
movie.
So
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. So they advertised it on the trailers like Steven Seagal is the main star, and he gets sucked out of the plane
Yeah.
and dies.
Yeah, very
right
early on.
in like the first 30 minutes.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
the leader, like the fucking. We bringing this guy in to get the job done, and then Kurt Russell, the wimpy kind of nerdy kind of. He's not nerdy. But he's
He
like
is. He's just
like
mild-mannered.
He's like
Yeah.
an analyst. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does not like. Oh, I want to go get a gun and shoot people. And
He's a
rest-
Jack Ryan.
Yeah. And that movie's just awesome. He has to take control and do the things. John Leguizamo's in it.
Yeah.
Halle Berry, and then
They're sneaking around an airplane in the fucking cargo holds.
yeah, it's like a
weird.
terrorist
Yeah.
take over like this plane. It's really cool. Nowadays you wouldn't get away with that. You know what I mean?
No.
I've heard about this movie.
It's awesome.
It's pretty
it
good.
Sounds cool.
Here's the other cool thing. I'm a big fan of Lost.
Oh.
Okay. And this is the only other movie that has the fictitious Oceanic Airlines
for real?
inside of it. That's correct.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Yeah.
just
Cool.
to see that.
But it
that's
doesn't have the.
really
It's
cool.
just
So they're connected?
Yeah.
No. I think they just like. I don't
just
know.
kidding.
I think it was just a.
Who cares if it was?
Yeah,
Shit.
that would be cool if it was connected.
It would. I always pretended it was because John Leguizamo's really cool. They have
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they have like the headsets on and they're all like Navy SEALs. I don't know. I used to think it was so cool as a kid.
It was a pretty
And
rad movie,
It's
though.
a pretty
It was a
rad
good
movie.
movie.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I believe obviously it wasn't her first movie, but I believe I read on the internet that at the time, because she was a younger woman actress of color, she's black. She asked for $1 million and she got it.
Yeah,
Nice.
It was a pretty big deal.
And she's like kind of a lead in that movie.
She's like, I'll take $1
for
million.
sure.
They're like, you got it.
why wouldn't you pay her?
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, have you seen
Especially at that time.
Monsters Ball now and everything like
have-
that. Yeah,
Have you seen Swordfish and Monsters Ball?
yeah. Yeah, I've seen all the Halle Berry movies. Okay, so it's my turn.
Yeah, then that's
Okay.
96 because it rules. I'll get back to another important action one, but
Sure.
we'll get there.
Okay, I'm going to say 91 Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country.
Oh.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that was just, I did not like that Star
It's
Trek
fun.
movie. Just because it was weird. Because weren't they looking for God in that movie?
Yeah, I'm
And
trying
they're
to find a
and-
way to think about
And like
it.
William Shatner like tricks God. He's
course
just like,
he
so
does.
if you're a God, then how? And he's like, God damn it.
If you're God,
Yeah.
So for me,
Yeah.
why can't you keep up with the tempo that I am talking to you?
And God's like, oh, you got me. I'm not really God. Oh, sorry. Oh.
I mean, like, this must be that bad because I didn't even know about it. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's
what?
fun. I'm trying to think of a nice thing to say about it.
Not,
Yeah.
not,
Good luck.
Not much.
Good luck.
Not much because Spock's brother was in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spock had a brother. It's Psylocke or something like that. Cybok. That's what his name was. Yes, I know a lot about that shit. And then
Sigh, Bob.
Now I'm gonna switch a little gear. Well, not necessarily, no, because Robin Hood came out in this year.
Oh,
1991, Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, which was a great one.
Absolutely.
As far as like the Robin Hood, the millionth Robin Hood movie that they've made, compared.
In my
this is our
opinion,
generation's
that's
Robin
the
Hood.
best one.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that movie. I